we're all 49ers. I'm Grant Cohn. To my right is Leo Luna. Then we got Jack Hammer, Maverick Pollock, Niner Nick Newman, and Jose Sanchez. The Niners kick off their season on Sunday. We have 10 topics we're going to get into, and we're going to do it right now. Guys, first topic. What's the best way to protect Jimmy Garoppolo this weekend? And I ask that because I anticipate pass protection to be an issue for both teams. There's been no preseason. Trent Williams hasn't played football in almost 2 years, and the Niners could be down to their third-string center. If you're the head coach, how are you protecting your quarterback in this game? Leo, let's start with you.
If Ben Garland's healthy, you have to start him because from obviously not just what you and Jose have seen firsthand, Brunskill's not the answer at center. And let's not forget that the Cardinals just got the guy from Buffalo Bills in free agency who had 9.5 sacks last year. So that's going to be a concern. I think you should go Garland at center, then Brunskill at right guard, McGlinchey, and then obviously Tomlinson and Williams.
Okay, what do you think, Jack?
I agree. That's the starting lineup that you go with. But you might want to think about using Juszczyk a little bit, keep him in the block a little bit on McGlinchey's side. He's usually the one that struggles. I think Williams is going to have a really good game on the other side, even though he's been out for a year.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'd go with the same thing. I think this could be a Juszczyk and Tevin Coleman game. I think Tevin Coleman might be the best pass blocker of the running backs on the roster. So Juszczyk and Coleman could be in on a lot on third downs.
Yeah, I agree with Maverick. Having Coleman in the backfield and pass protection will certainly help. The Cardinals, they picked up Kennard from the Lions, who had 7.5 sacks last year, 7 sacks over the last 2 seasons, so 14 over the last 2 seasons combined. So they're adding to their pass rush. That's probably the best way just to keep Garoppolo. Having those extra backs in the backfield and pass pro, got to agree with Maverick.
But those running backs are going to need a breather at some point, right? Because they're going to be getting some handoffs. So I also expect George Kittle back there if it ever gets to a point where it's really ugly, because that definitely happened against the Rams when they're down destroyed them, and in the Super Bowl plenty of times, which that's going to be in a really bit of a pinch if you got to take your best receiver and put him into the backfield just to get some pass blocking. So, yeah, Leo's right on the money. If Garland's available, which even I'm still shaking about, he needs to go because Brunskill is not the answer. Is not even a short-term answer.
I think the Niners should be okay, but what they need to do is have a lot of quick passes, as much shotgun as possible. And when they do go under center, no 7-step drops, as many 3-step drops as possible. And really when they go under center, they usually only do that with play action passes. And when they do play action, they need to be rolling Garoppolo out of the pocket one way or another, because those deep, long developing passes in the pocket, you're asking where he turns his back and doesn't roll out of there. You're asking for something bad to happen. I think just be conservative in that way, roll him out, lots of shotgun, which is really not what Shanahan wants to do. He uses shotgun less than most coaches. I think this is a shotgun week. Is that fair?
I think that's fair. Yep.
Okay. If anyone ever wants to disagree, go ahead and jump in before we move on to the next topic, because I like to argue.
The only thing I'm going to throw out there really quick, though, is
sure.
If we have to keep Kittle inside, that's where the other tight end comes into play.
Jordan Reed.
Ross Dwelly? Jordan. Yeah, gotcha.
Sorry about Dwelly time, but Jordan Reed coming in there on that one.
Yeah, and I think Jordan Reed's gonna. Okay, what?
I just have one more thing to add. I know a lot of people are looking forward to the Chandler Jones Trent Williams matchup, but if I'm the Cardinals, why not line him up right across from McGlinchey? Because McGlinchey has not been McGlinchey hasn't lined up, hasn't been a good pass blocker his first 2 years in the league, so they're probably going to have Kittle alongside McGlinchey to try to slow down Chandler Jones.
I'm sure Chandler Jones will rush from both sides. And I think from the Cardinals' perspective, they need to see what Trent Williams has, because Trent Williams is a Hall of Fame player, but still the guy hasn't played real football in almost 2 years, and he had no preseason. And that's significant. They asked him, how happy are you that there's no preseason? He said, I was kind of relying on it. I was kind of hoping that I could get my feet underneath me. So he's going to play well, but I'm curious to see how he plays in the first quarter.
Well, on the bright side of things, last year against the Cardinals, both times the 49ers had Justin School. So Trent Williams is going to be an upgrade, whether he's 75% of himself.
Trent Williams has been sitting on the couch for 2 years as a better player. I totally agree.